reports circulating in sections of the media and on social media platforms claiming that a particular individual has been selected as the next Awujale of Ijebu-land. The government categorically stated that these claims are false, misleading, and entirely unfounded. Members of the public are therefore informed that the selection of the Awujale is strictly governed by customary law, established chieftaincy declarations, and the extant laws of Ogun State. The process remains ongoing and no candidate has been selected or anointed. A statement by the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Hamzat Ganiu, revealed that Ogun State government remains fully committed to due process, fairness, neutrality, and respect for the customs and traditions of Ijebu-land. The government warns that the deliberate spread of false information, misinformation, or inciting publication capable of causing tension, disaffection, or breach of peace in Ijebu-land and Ogun State will not be tolerated, adding that any individual or group found fabricating, promoting, or circulating such claims will be investigated and prosecuted in accordance with the law. Members of the public were urged to disregard such publications and refrain from actions capable of undermining peace, public order, and the integrity of traditional institutions. The government also called on the media, opinion leaders, and all stakeholders to act responsibly by verifying information through official channels. Meanwhile, the Fushegua ruling house has submitted 85 nominees to the kingmakers for consideration for the vacant Awujale of Ijebu-land stool, marking a major step in the traditional succession process. Chairman of the Fushegua ruling house, Otumba Lateef Oyemi, says one of the nominees is expected to emerge as the next Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebu-land in the coming weeks, following the kingmaker's recommendation to the Ogun State government. Fora Adesowo reports.
The nomination exercise took place under tight security and strict adherence to tradition. No campaigns, no sharing, just a nomination and a seconder, ensuring a peaceful and orderly process. Any qualified member of the Fushegua ruling house was allowed to make the list. Commending members for their conduct, the chairman of the ruling house, Otumba Lateef Oyemi, describes Fushegua as one of the largest and most united rural households in Nigeria. Otumba Oyemi assures that no eligible member is excluded from participation in the nomination process. Out of the 95 members who earlier indicated interest in the vacant Awujale stool, 80 nominations were initially considered. 5 additional nominations were later considered and directed to immediately submit their document for onward transmission to the kingmakers, bringing the total number to 85. Among those nominated are media practitioner Otumba Deji Oshibogun, renowned ophthalmologist Otumba Kunle Agzan, construction giant Fatai Arowolo, socialite Abiodun Ononuga, and banking and financial expert Abimbola John Onobanjo, as well as a female nominee, Barrister Oluwakemi Ononuga. The leadership of the ruling house confirms that the kingmakers will reveal the recommendations of the Fushegua ruling house and select the most suitable candidate.
Well, we know the government is going to do the right thing and support what the family supports, and God will guide them right so that they will pick for us the Awujale that have been told will make Ijebu the biggest, greatest city in the whole of Africa.
We started with nomination of paper to candidates. We processed their files. We are able to know their lineage.
The next stage is to forward the list with the applications and credentials to the kingmakers for them to do justice to the nomination.
The Fushegua ruling house comprises 4 families, Bubiade, Jadiara, Tunwashe, and Foshebua. Officials of Ijebu local government, led by the Secretary Abiodun Oke, attended the meeting as observers at the nomination exercise held in Ijebu. Adefowura Adesanwo, Ogtv News.
The federal government has inaugurated a 40 billion naira closed-circuit television CCTV control center for the third mainland bridge in Lagos. Speaking at the inauguration, Minister of Works David Umahi said the project followed extensive rehabilitation works carried out on the bridge after the current administration took office in 2023. Umahi said the CCTV system, first announced in 2025, was designed to curb dangerous driving, prevent suicide attempts, and strengthen security. He added that the security personnel would monitor live footage from the control center and enforce speed limits on the bridge. The minister noted that the completed work had improved driving conditions and extended the bridge's lifespan. He said the contract also included a surveillance boat and a 2 Hilux van, which will be handed over to the police to support monitoring and rapid response. Umahi added that the structure, along with the Kata and the Idu bridges, required comprehensive re-evaluation and repairs, both above and below water level. Rotary Club International District 9111 has flagged off its 2026 Vocational and Empowerment Program in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. The event, which was held, had in attendance over 150 participants from across the state. Toyin Ogundipe's report is presented in this package.
The orientation ceremony marks the commencement of a 2-week intensive vocational training program designed to equip participants with practical, income-generating skills. The event brought together Rotary leaders, experienced resource persons, and enthusiastic trainees eager to take the first step towards self-employment and economic independence. In his address, the district governor of Rotary International District 9111, Prince Henry Akinyele, reiterates Rotary's unwavering commitment to community development through sustainable empowerment initiatives.
The idea is to run these 2 weeks and skill acquisition with them in different trades. I also hoping that at the end of the program, the outstanding ones are also going to be empowered to start up the business immediately, and that is what Rotary stands for.
Some of the program instructors describe the initiative as more than a training exercise, but a transformational journey aimed at producing future entrepreneurs, skilled artisans, and technical leaders within the community.
Now, record 200 participants that is going to benefit from these 5 occasions. We want to say this to the society, that whatever you have to do, you do it well.
It's a training that is focused on at ensuring that we are able to mop up young people from the unemployment market.
Participants drawn from different parts of Ogun State express appreciation to Rotary District 9111 for the opportunity, describing the program as timely, impactful, and life-changing.
About the money, now they are giving us an empowerment to be able to stand the employment state in Nigeria, and this will go a very long way.
There are some organizations that do not even have impacts on youths. So we are looking forward to the next generation, and let me say, I really say big thanks to them for their support.
The empowerment program focuses on practical vocational skills such as solar panel installation, makeup and gele tying, pattern cutting and sewing, fascinator and turban cap making, as well as baking and pastries. With the flag off for the 2026 Vocational Training and Empowerment Program, Rotary International District 9111 is set to empower participants with relevant skills, promote economic self-reliance, and contribute meaningfully to sustainable community development across Ogun State.
The Ahramah Zakat Foundation has held its 24th Zakat disbursement exercise extending financial support to beneficiaries in Batch 24, Batch 22, and Batch 20 as part of its ongoing commitment to poverty alleviation and human development. The program featured a lecture on the impact of Zakat on mental health and community well-being, while dignitaries commended the foundation for its structured and consistent approach to empowering vulnerable members of the Muslim community through effective Zakat administration. Our reporter, Margaret Okulola, has the details.
A vision of creating opportunities for Muslims to live meaningful lives and attain their full potential through the effective utilization of Zakat. The Ar-Rahman Zakat Foundation holds its 24th Zakat disbursement exercise for beneficiaries in Batch 24, Batch 22, and Batch 20.
100,000 sheikh. I'll add it to my business.
Thank you very much for this company. I really appreciate you.
With this money that we collect now, it will boost our business very well. And I appreciate it, and I give thanks to Almighty Allah.
An Arabic and Islamic scholar, Sheikh Abdul Kabir Ibrahim, delivers a lecture titled The Impact of Zakat on Mental Health and Well-being in Recipient Communities, highlighting the spiritual, psychological, and social benefits of Zakat.
Third pillars of Islam is Zakat, and Zakat is to help the needy and to assist one another.
Dignitaries at the event commend the foundation for its consistency, transparency, and positive impact on beneficiaries over the years.
I wish that a lot of organizations in Ijebu land will emulate the initiators of this program. It's going to go a long way to benefit the women and the traders.
The amount of money they are given will go a long way in assisting them. But the foundation also put in place a scheme to train them informally how to manage money.
People are so happy, and it's a means of uplifting their businesses. People have been benefiting from this gesture, and their businesses have been growing higher.
It's a well structured zakat that has a target of targeting the very vulnerable women in Puda.
We first roll out forms. We'll visit them to know exactly what they are doing. So we ask them the need for that money.
Speaking at the exercise, the chairman of the foundation, Alhaji Femi Omotayo, says the organization operates a strong structure comprising a board of trustees, an effective organizational framework, and functional committees.
We disbursed 7,400,000 today. Anything to do for Zakat, the ability to be able to actually disburse is a blessing. So 7.4 million is, I wish you could do 740 million, okay? Because that means you can affect many people.
Alhaji Omotayo added that the Ar-Rahman Zakat Foundation believes Zakat remains a powerful tool for poverty reduction and the improvement of living standards within the community. Margaret Okulola, Ogtv News.
Still to come on the news, NDLEA seizes 134.48 kg of illicit drugs, arrest 157 suspects in Ebonyi. Join us for details of this and more after the break. In case you're just joining us, you're watching the major news broadcast for the day on Ogtv. Monarch University has taken a major step in its academic journey with the successful conduct of its maiden matriculation ceremony, officially admitting its pioneer students into the institution. The ceremony brought together members of the university management, governing council, parents, guardians, and invited guests who gathered to celebrate a new chapter in the life of the institution. Oladoto Davis reporters presented in this package.
It is a moment of pride, purpose and promise at Monarch University as the institution holds its maiden matriculation ceremony, officially welcoming its first set of students into the academic community. The ceremony, held on the university campus, attracted members of the governing council, principal officers, parents, guardian and well-wishers who gathered to witness a landmark event in the history of the young institution. In his address, the Chancellor of the University, Bishop Tom Sampson, charges the matriculating student to uphold the core values of Monarch University with emphasis on discipline, academic excellence, integrity, and service to humanity.
And you have to follow respect. You have to follow the principles of this university. It's a spiritual university. It's Christian-based, faith-based. And once you behave well, by the grace of God, we bring the best out of you.
Also speaking at the ceremony, the Vice-Chancellor urges the student to remain focused, disciplined, and committed to their studies throughout their stay in the university.
So I wish them the best as they're in the university, and they should be set to be ready for hard work. Hard work does not kill. And I made a remark that quitters never win, winners never quit.
For the matriculating student, the ceremony is not just a formal rite of passage, but the fulfillment of a long-held dream and the beginning of a new academic journey.
Awesome day, and as you can see, everybody's happy, everybody's smiling, and with that, we give God the glory for the gifts of today.
I'm so happy about this matriculation. I'm happy, I'm so happy, and I'm looking forward to be great in life, get good grades.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to achieving my goals by being a computer science student.
Parents at the event expressed their joy and pride, while also advising their wards to take their studies seriously and make the most of the opportunities provided by the institution.
What I see here, I see a generation that is being raised to take the leadership of tomorrow.
And I really appreciate God that my son came into this school, because morally he has really changed and they have impacted his life positively.
I really thank God for being here, or even for registering my daughter into this beautiful and lovely family school. I really enjoyed every part of the blessings of God.
As Monarch University takes this bold step forward, its maiden matriculation ceremony stands as a symbol of its commitment to shaping future leaders and contributing meaningfully to the advancement of education.
Member House of Representatives for Yewa South, Ipokia Federal Constituency, Honorable Isiak Abiodun Akinlade, has commenced the construction of traditional palaces in Alari and Ilubi as part of its constituency development initiatives. Honorable Akinlade described the projects as constituency interventions aimed at strengthening grassroots development while preserving the cultural heritage of the people. Margaret Okulola reports.
Alari community in Ipokia local government area came alive as residents turned out in large numbers to receive the member of the House of Representatives for Yewa South and Ipokia Federal Constituency, Honorable Isiak Abiodun Akinlade, during the groundbreaking ceremony for the Palace of Oginyo of Alari.
You are laying a legacy for those people before you and those people you are within the same level and those people are coming behind you.
We normally call on Abiodun Akinlade co-chairman of Yewa South Ipokia Federal Constituency because it has never happened before. So we really appreciate him.
It is an unprecedented thing to be done by anybody representing us in government.
Every development has impact. No matter how small development is, there will be a betterment, people that follow it. Definitely, you can now see this palace will not only open up development, it will even increase the social acceptability of the town.
A similar atmosphere was witnessed in Ilubi, Yewa South local government area, where the lawmaker also performs the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of the Palace of the Olobi of Ilobi.
It will really bring a lot of development to our people. So we really thank Honorable Abiodun Isaac Akinlade.
We just have to appreciate him for giving back to our areas. For him to respect that institution, it goes a long way.
Earlier, the delegation pays a courtesy visit to the Olobi of Ilobi, Obasaliu Adedokun Ajibade, as part of activities marking the project.
A palace is not just a small house. It's not just another house in the town. It's supposed to be the center of that town. It's supposed to be a heritage, a sort of heritage for the community. So what he's doing is not just a small thing.
Speaking at the ceremonies, Honorable Isaac Abiodun Akinlade says the palace projects form part of his constituency interventions designed to preserve cultural heritage, strengthen traditional institutions, and promote the Yoruba race positively.
This is the 16th one. This is the third phase of the palaces. The first phase of the palaces are already about 95% completion, and hopefully, all things be equal, in the next 4 or 5 months, we will commission the first phase of the 7 of the palaces that we have done. Yoruba, we are a pride and a proud people, and the tradition of Yoruba is something we cherish so much, and we are the custodian of that tradition. They are the cabeces. Why the people that project us? They are the cabeces.
Politicians, community leaders, party chieftains, and other notable dignitaries commended the lawmaker for the equitable distribution of democratic dividends through people-oriented projects and empowerment initiatives across the constituency. Margaret Okunlola, Ogtv News.
In recognition of his contributions to grassroots development, the Youth Ambassadors for Positive Impact Foundation has bestowed an award of excellence on the member representing Ifo and Ewekuru Federal Constituency at the House of Representatives, Honorable Ibrahim Isiaka. The event was organized to celebrate the lawmaker's commitment to quality representation. Details are in this package.
The Youth Ambassadors for Positive Impact, YAPI Foundation, highlighted his efforts in facilitating projects of immense value that have significantly improved the overall well-being of his constituents. Honorable Ibrahim Ayokunle Isiaka, who was represented at the ceremony, expressed his appreciation to the foundation for tracking and recognizing his contributions towards improving the living conditions of his constituents. The lawmaker, who is also the Deputy Chief Whip of the House of Representatives, assured the people of Ifo and Ewekuru Federal Constituency that the award will serve as a motivation to do more. He pledged his continued commitment to their welfare, promising never to let the people down. Dignitaries and guests who graced the occasion commended the initiative, agreeing that Honorable Isiaka had earned the recognition, having served the people diligently over the past years.
He worked assiduously and spread projects across the community, across the constituency.
A very, very gentleman, a very resourceful person, and somebody that has the love of his people at heart and the fear of God. That's exactly what we have seen here today.
You see the area of projects that has done in Ifo and Ewekuru local government. You see that it's one of the people that should be happy as of
Kudos to YAPI Foundation for acknowledging the efforts of Honorable Ibrahim Isiaka in Ifo and Ewekuru Federal Constituency. This will encourage him and others to do more.
Speaking at the ceremony, the president of the Youth Ambassadors for Positive Impact Foundation, YAPI Foundation, emphasized the rigorous process behind the award. He stated that the lawmaker was carefully selected for the honor noting that his developmental impact in the constituency is one that will stand the test of time.
I have to tell him to keep putting more energy because people are watching from outside. So he needs to do his best because now that we have publicized his activities, he should know that people will be expecting more from him.
A major highlight of the ceremony was the official launch of a brochure detailing Honorable Isiaka's stewardship. The publication chronicles his legislative activities and achievements since his election to the House of Representatives, offering a transparent view of his service to the people.
Various landmark and legacy projects have been inaugurated by Onishara of Ijana Yewa, Oba Tajuddin Adigun, to commemorate his second coronation anniversary as the traditional ruler of the community. Oba Adigun described the inauguration and other developments happening within the community as the beginning of greater things to happen, calling on his people to join hands with him in taking the community to the next level. Details are in this package.
The last 2 years have been remarkable for the land and people of Ijono Yewa since the ascendancy of Oba Tajuddin Adigun to the throne of Onisare of Ijono Yewa, the commissioning of ultra-modern palace, the main building, and a mosque is being used to commemorate the second coronation anniversary, after which the traditional ruler was joined by dignitaries, colleague traditional rulers, title chiefs within the community, and indigenes for the celebration. Oba Adigun thanked his people for their support in the last 2 years and promises to continue to work with his people in bringing more developments to the land.
It has been ups and downs, but glory be to God that God triumphantly, brought us here today. And we are happy that we are celebrating 2 years. It isn't an easy task. It's a journey of 10,000 miles.
The journey is not so easy, but we give God the glory that He has done everything successful till this time. And we say all glory be to Him.
You will see that there's a lot of change in the kingdom. At least there are a lot of developments. And Kabiyesi has engaged in a lot of empowerment.
Dignitaries, including the member representing Imekwafo, Yewa North Federal Constituency, Prince Boyega Nasru Isiaka, and indigenes of the community, described the 2-year reign of the monarch as a significant one that has brought great things to the land.
Been here before for campaigns and some other activities. And from what I saw coming in here, the grading and expansion of the road, and also the quantum of people that are here from all parts of Southwest and Yewa Land, Ogun State, and Southwest generally.
The 2 years of His Royal Majesty has been so remarkable in terms of developmental projects. As you can all see, Ijono used to be a very remote place in recent past.
The celebration featured displays of culture and tradition of the land, as well as payment of homage to the Kabiyesi.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, in Ebonyi says its operatives arrested 157 suspects and seized a total of 134.483 kilograms of illicit drugs in the state. The state NDLEA commander, Mr. Jude Ahamefule, told newsmen in Abakaliki that the arrest and seizures were made between October and December 2025. He said the arrests included 123 males and 34 females, out of which 6 were convicted. Ahamefule said the drugs seized included cannabis sativa, heroin, methamphetamine, tramadol, diazepam, and psychotropic substances. He listed the seizures as cannabis sativa 106.978 kilograms, tramadol 100 mg, that's 2,619 capsules, methamphetamine and 1.407 kilograms, 303 pinches, diazepam and phenobrobotics syrup 480 ml, among others. He pledged the command's commitment to the fight against drug abuse and trafficking in the state. The Igomode Cultural and Social Club has held its annual general meeting, bringing members together to review past activities, strengthen unity, and outline plans for the year ahead. The meeting also served as a platform to assess the club's contributions to cultural promotion, social values, and community development. Adedamola Adeniji reports, and this is presented in this package.
Founded on January 14, 1975, the Igomode Cultural and Social Club remains a rallying point for cultural preservation and social cohesion in the Ota Kingdom. The Igomode Cultural and Social Club, a prominent social organization in the ancient Ota Kingdom, continues to thrive on unity, cooperation, and shared responsibility, values which take center stage at its annual general meeting. Addressing members at the meeting, the president, Chief Jide Ojuko, commended their consistency, cooperation, and unwavering support for the club's activities over the years. He also highlights achievements recorded in the past year, particularly in construction and development projects executed by the club.
This acknowledges with gratitude, therefore, the support and contribution of members, friends, vendors, and community at large. We are highly thankful to our bearer, Her Excellency the Deputy Governor of Ogun State. After a 50th successful anniversary event, a number of facilities that will enhance activities had been constructed for the benefit of members and friends.
In his address, the General Secretary reviews the achievements of the administration over the past few years, outlining milestones recorded with the support of executive members. In recognition of his dedication and leadership, members present a gift to Chief Jide Ojuko as a token of appreciation for his contributions to the growth and progress of the club. The meeting also features the re-election and swearing-in of Chief Jide Ojuko and other executive members, with a charge to continue steering the affairs of the club with transparency and commitment. Members reaffirmed their resolve to uphold the ideals on which the Igomode Cultural and Social Club is founded, while charting strategies to sustain its relevance for future generations. A minute of silence was observed in honor of departed members whose contributions helped shape the club's legacy.
It was a display of culture, tradition, and communal unity as indigenes of Ososa, alongside visitors from far and near, gathered at the Igbegonde Palace for the annual Igbe Dance Festival. Deeply rooted in the history of the Ososa people, the Igbe Dance is a traditional performance held to honor ancestors, promote peace, and foster unity among community members. Tony Ogundipe's report is presented in this package.
This year's celebration featured a spectacular royal procession as the monarch and high chiefs thrilled the audience with the symbolic King's Dance, accompanied by traditional drums, gongs, and chants. Speaking at the event, the Igbegonde of Ososa land, Oba Mojid Alatishe Adetoye, describes the Igbe dance as a strong pillar of the community's cultural identity, urging the younger generation to embrace and preserve the rich cultural heritage.
There is an occasion when the Kabese dance sees 3 times in a day. So it's always a great opportunity for us not just pray together for the progress and development of Osa, but also to pray for each individual and also assist ourselves in various ways.
Dignitaries at the occasion described the festival as a moment of joy, unity and deep respect for Yoruba culture, while also calling for the sustenance and continuity of the annual celebration.
I'm also impressed, to be part of this anniversary. I just want to admonish them, to keep it up so that we can make it more impactful, more eventful, in the coming year.
Colorful, very lovely, and to the glory of God. This year only has come up. We've done it. By the grace of God, by next year, we will repeat it as well.
Community members, dressed in colorful traditional attire, expressed delight over the continuity of the festival, noting that it serves as a platform for family reunions and the promotion of peaceful coexistence.
My advice to all of us is to be more focused and keep supporting the KBAC and all the chiefs of this town so that we can have a huge improvement in the organization of this town.
The annual Igbe Dance Festival at the Gbegonde Palace remains a significant cultural event in Ososa, reinforcing traditional values while showcasing the community's rich cultural heritage to the world.
Still ahead of the news, we'll be serving you some business reports. Don't go away.
On business news tonight, Nigerian electricity distribution companies disclosed recorded an estimated 44.27 billion naira revenue loss in the latest reporting period due to persistent gaps in billing and revenue collection, highlighting ongoing weaknesses in the power sector. This is according to data contained in the latest Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission NERC Commercial Performance Fact Sheet. Nigeria's federal government, under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is on course to spend more than 91 trillion naira on debt service between 2023 and 2028. The size of the debts highlights the mounting cost of public borrowings amid persistently weak revenue performance. This estimate is based on a review of debt service provision in 2023 and 2024 budgets, the 2025 Appropriation Act, and forward projections contained in the medium-term expenditure framework for 2026 to 2028. The National Bureau of Statistics has said that it will normalize Nigerian inflation data for December 2025 over a projected spike in last month's consumer price index. This was disclosed on Monday during a virtual stakeholders engagement conveyed by the NBS and the Nigerian Economic Group. NBS explained that the expected spike in inflation is driven by technical base effects linked to the recent rebasing of the inflation series rather than changes in economic fundamentals. Multiple analysts have projected a spike in the headline inflation for December on the back of base effect projections ranged from 31.4 to 32.4% year on year. Moving on, oil marketers have revealed that they are getting their petrol supplies from Dangote refinery, petrochemical, insisting that nobody is importing the product for now. They stated that the supply chain has been stable, with the oil marketers now buying their product from Dangote refinery. However, some marketers argue that petrol importation is still going on as the domestic refining capacity is not enough to meet national demand. Finally, Nigerian's crude oil and condensate production averaged 1.64 million barrels per day in the first 11 months of 2025. This is according to official data from the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission's NUPRC reports titled Crude Oil and Condensate Production 2025. The report reveals that combined crude and condensate output total approximately 18.12 million barrels over the January to November period. These figures provide a comprehensive view of Nigeria's upstream oil sector performance during the year so far.